G'day and welcome back to the channel, Headlight Restoration Perth. Today I'm doing a 04 WR X, the Subaru. I have done this one previous and I just really wasn't happy with the outcome that I got. I wasn't sure if it was just because it was in the shade when I did it and I just wasn't getting that reflection, but the lights were really weathered, and I just when I did originally start it, you just couldn't really see through it at all, you know. And even so I got through all the oxidation, it just seemed like the lens still had some kind of tinge through it and everything. And I was looking at a different sandpaper when I originally did it, and so I just really wasn't happy. So I told him that give it a month or so, and I'm going to come back and I will sort of like readdress it. So that's what I've done, and he was happy for that. So I ended up like adding a few more sandpapering methods and everything just to get a really good bite, because like I'm starting from a way better spot than I originally started the first time round. So but this time I decided just to do the whole lot, you know. I went back to the sandpaper I was using, and I even implemented some paper sheets and a lot more wet and drying as well. So through all the grits, I did start at a probably 240. I went to 240, 320, the 400, the 600, 800. Went to a 12, a 15, and then a 2000, and I did all that before then hitting the Trizac 3000, the 3M pad. So I was just making sure I was spending a lot more time and effort on each of the levels, and like I say, this time around I really did have a far better surface to start on. So I thought that there was before I started this, I didn't really show, but there was a lot of like micro cracks within the plastic, and there was some scorching, and it looked like from headlight burn and all that sort of stuff from the inside. You know, this light's over 20 years old, and when I touched it, I'm sure I was the very first person to do any kind of work on it, and that's where maybe I felt that I could have done a better job, but I didn't really notice it until it was too late. But like, I wasn't really sure if it was the job that I did, or if it was the other factors, being all the cracks and the internal fade sort of thing and the light burn. So I knew one way or another I was going to find out this time around. So you know, so I did start with the dry, get a good bite, get rid of a lot of the clear, do the handing bit, then use the wet process as well, because I'm going through so many grits. I'm just looking for that segue to be a lot smoother if I'm going grade to grade. So that being done, I did look at a lot of the things that I were doing, and I was wondering if it was my technique, because like I say, like I'm still nowhere near a professional, and I am still learning from mistakes, and a lot of advice that I've been getting from all you, so I appreciate all that. And by the end of this, if there's anything else that you might think about that I could have done differently, or if you've come across lights like this yourself, you know, I'd love to hear about it. So even so, I'm going on to the 400 here by hand. Like, I do feel it is a lot wider this time around than when I originally did it. And I did spend quite a long time on it originally, but definitely this took even another 2 hours, you know, to do these lights. And the process was both with the drill and the hand sanding. And you know, I feel like I was getting equal benefit from both processes. That might not happen with every light I do, but because this one was fairly recently cleared, in the last month or so, it was a lot easier to come off. So the hand sanding was fine to do because like if I tried to do this all by hand originally, that would have been horrendous. And that being said, I had to do a lot of it by hand anyway because of the shape. So on the inside light, beam should I say, like where I'm at now, that really is quite a bubble that comes out of the lens. It's not flat by any means. So like I had to do it by hand anyway because I wasn't able to get right into the crease of the curve with that machine. So, and there was sort of like a little nugget where I am right there, a little protruding piece. So yeah, like, so the hand, doing it by hand or double padding or whatever you wanted to do would definitely have to have taken part regardless. But I do like the hand sanding because I can really get that edging done without being of too much concern. This is the 400, so I did do the 400 dry. Now wet, I was sort of like half-heartedly going one direction before going another to sort of like see if I was going deep enough just to eliminate the lines one way or another. So it is coming along like a lot easier than the first time, obviously, and I would have expected that. So moving back to the rotary, so sure what route this would have been. This might be a 400 as well. Just to get that extra penetration through and get rid of any of that surface scratching. But again, like I am choosing to go back to a ceramic grain opposed to the aluminium. Besides the actual sandpaper sheets themselves, But as far as this goes, I thought that I would do the ceramic because it is proving to be a lot more durable than the aluminium oxide. And with the heavier grits, it is get rid of the dust. It can clean easy, you know. So, and it is lasting quite a long time. So I'm happy to stay with the ceramics, that's for sure. Before I got this, like we all know that that over time headlight lenses can become like really hazy or yellowed significantly, like reducing light output. So restoring them to the clear finish like will improve that visibility and the safety side of it. It's also been said that good headlights provide more consistent and less straining, you know, light that on your eyes, so that reduces that driver fatigue as well when you've got that clarity rather than just like that light spread. Because I have found like when you do a set of lights and they turn out really well, like there's a lot more of a beam opposed to just that spread light that goes everywhere, you know. So it's more directional, so that really would reduce the fatigue of the driver, because it wouldn't have the eye strain, even so you don't really realise it. It definitely it does have an effect. So especially like if you were to drive long distances through the night, you know, so that clarity really is safety. So if you are doing this, even if it's for your own, like just try and get the best you can do, you know, because it will make a difference. Yeah, that the green tape I'm using, it is a painter's tape. It's not the 3M, and it seems to weaken considerably when you add the water. So even some of the lights that I've done with it, like when I've gone to the wet and dry, if it's got, even like if they've polished the car, so to speak, that it doesn't stick really well at all, I don't believe. And when you got water to it, like you can literally just slide it off. You don't have to peel it or nothing. Like I done one like that. They must have done a cut and polish or something, and then I done the light. But it just wasn't, whatever the wax or whatever it was they were using, the tape just wouldn't stick to it properly. And after doing a wet and dry, I could literally just push it away. So yeah, so I continued just to, with that job, I done the whole lot by hand from there, because I could control the edging and things like that, so I wouldn't be damaging the paint. But I will have a look at investing in this 3M tape when I can find the one there. Like I'm finding it hard to find, to be honest. Like I can go on Amazon and buy it, and you know, you have to wait a couple of weeks even for that. But I'll see what I can work out in the meantime. I do have a roll of this left, so I'll persevere and go through that. I will test the blue one again, because from memory I just think when I was doing the blue painter's tape, the adhesive just seemed to be a little bit better. But I will test that as well. But if you's out there that you know, obviously I've had a few recommendations for the 3M product, but if there's another tape out there that you have used, a different brand or whatever, that you find holds up just as well as the 3M, and I'd love to hear about what that is as well, because something like that might be a little bit more accessible to me just from a local paint shop or something like that, where the 3M is just ridiculous. Like some of the distribution spots for 3M is, I don't know, like some stores will only be able to sell so many 3M products, and then another store might be able to sell another one. So you have to really find the one that sells the product that you need. You know, there's a tool store here that I can get the 3M discs from, but they only go as high as 240. They might start at 60 or something, but the 3M sanding disc that everyone uses, it only goes as high as the 220 or the whatever it is, the 240, 220, whatever that one is that the 3M do, and then you can't get any higher. So, and then when you do find the ones like I have found on Amazon, they're pretty expensive, like $1.20 even just for a single disc. I'm not sure if that's compatible with where you are, but you know, it can get expensive, especially when the ones I'm purchasing are around that 65 cent range. So it does add up, especially if you're buying, you know, a quantity at a time. So, but if you've got any other ideas for brands and product quality and things like that, drop a line. I'd love to hear all about it. And if any of this information that you're seeing, that I'm doing, is of any value, like, subscribe. I try to get as many out as I can. I've only been doing like one a week lately, but when I get more that I record and works out, and it sort of like becomes more of an educational thing, well then, yeah, no problem at all, I'll post them. But you know, I'm just posting them as I'm getting them, that I'm learning something else. So, like I say, I'm doing the wet and dry process through this whole line, and I'm using both the machine and the sheet paper to get to where I need to be. I had to use the sheet paper getting to the end because it was the only ones I could get for the 1500 and 2000 grit. I couldn't find any discs that would be at that level. So yeah, so I am trying to find some without going to like Temu or China and, you know, getting those brandless ones where they'd probably just absolutely cake up within seconds. So, like, if anyone here is in Australia and they do use a 1500, 2000, 2500 grit, that's not 3M, but you find it, the quality is good enough and you want to share that brand if you're able to, I'd love to hear what it is and your process and how you found it and the outcomes of the work that you're doing. And if you have a channel, I'd love to know about that, because I'll definitely be looking at your videos and subscribing and following. So, but yeah, so at the moment I'm just using what I can to get through the grits. lot of the scratches, be it horizontal or vertical, they are removing, and I am still seeing some blemishes when I do have a good look. So, and like I say, at the end of this job, I was really happy with the outcome, because I don't think the external side of it was going to get any better. And the owner didn't mention that it was a tinted lens or anything like that, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it did have sort of like some factory tint through the lens itself, because it just wasn't crystal, you know, either side. Like, I was really happy with the outside, don't get me wrong, because after going through all the grits, all the processes, and the polishing and the Trizac, even when I was polishing, I used 2 different forms of compound, you know, a heavier one, a lighter one, just to give this light every opportunity to get as good as it was going to get, you know, because I just couldn't see it doing a whole lot better. So I'd say now I was on the 1200, because I did have the 1200 disc. Unless this is the Trizac, but I don't think so. I should have showed them to the camera before I was actually doing it. But that being said, it might be the Trizac, because all the paper has been removed, so I'm obviously not concerned about the edges and that. So it would probably be fair to say that that was the Trizac. Sorry, because as you can see there, I'm using that window cleaner to get rid of any of the last particles and things like that, and then drying it right off. So with the polish, I did use 2 grades. At first I used the chemical guy, the Headlight Restorer, which was a lot thicker paste, and I gave that a good going over. And then the second time round, I did use that Plastex, because, you know, the Plastex can get some swirls and everything out of the 2000 and 1500, but I would trust the Headlight Restorer, the chemical guys, on its own to do that bit better, because it does have those nanoparticles to do that, and it could probably do it even down to the 800 if it wasn't terrible. But I have also made up a mix of 1 part chemical guys and 2 parts Plastex, and that sort of like blends pretty well together, and you do get a good bite and a nice clear finish. If you are working on a known lens that is a little easier to work with, you know, like some of the Toyotas or the Hondas and things like that. Again, these are all trial and error things for me, and I'm using what's available. Like even with that chemical guys, just a bottle of that, like I end up having to pay like $65 just for the single bottle. So I'm not sure how that compares with wherever you are. And so I think it will last a little bit longer because of the paste-like product that it is. You know, so you can see the shine, but it still does have looks like it's a haze, but where you can see that white haze, a lot of that is a reflection from the overcast sky with the clouds and things like that. So, and I was in the shade as well, so not that's an excuse, but it is a reason why it might be not quite looking as clear. But this time around, I am doing the plastics. You know, and in person it was showing to be way clearer than originally done the first time around, because when I did it the first time, I was only using the plastics on its own. I only I think I might have gone to the 1200, if not the 8, and then the 3000 Trizac. So probably being a bit ambitious there with this light. So this time around, just done the full Monty and did everything I could. You know, so it's not a terrible outcome, especially the first time I'd done it, I accidentally deleted that file completely, so I couldn't show you that true before. But that being said, this is the final outcome, and it is a lot better than that very first time around. And anything that was in there now, it's definitely internal or a part of the plastic itself. So anyway, I hope it was helpful. Like and subscribe for more. Have a great day.